Leo. Leo. Hola, mi gente. Greetings. ¿Cómo estamos? How are we? I hope that you are doing well. Me personally, I'm losing my fucking medulla. Okay? What did Cardi say? I'm losing my fucking medulla, bro. Leo, my moon in the 8th house, which is a terrible placement for this Mars in Leo that's about to take place. How are you? How are you, my friends? This is your general reading for the new moon in Sagittarius taking place November 30th into December 1st. We'll be feeling that energy well into the 3rd of December. On December 6th, Mars will move retrograde in your sign of Leo, having us rethink conflict, reassess conflict, and maybe not in the best way. So we know that Mercury, the sun is currently in Sagittarius, the moon is currently in Sagittarius, and Mercury is currently retrograde in Sagittarius. So there is a lot of fire energy that's already moving very quickly, conversations being had, plans being made, and maybe that's not the best thing, right? There's a lot of people just saying, okay, before the end of the year, we need to do this. When the year starts, we should be thinking about this. And there's a lot of an urgency, a rush. You see how quickly I'm speaking. People want to get things done. It feels like 2024, excuse me, 2024, because we had a lot of violent astrology, because there were these 4 eclipses and these 4 super moons and all of this energy around confronting yourself in a very challenging way. Spirit and the cosmos really not giving us a space to turn away from ourselves, where before our distractions would have coveted us. It's not really possible in 2024. We didn't have that same luxury. We were asked to really, really look at some ugly shadow parts of ourselves, especially, depending on where these things fall in your chart. And so now, when Mars moves into Leo retrograde, there is the final kind of axe to be swung, saying, are you happy with yourself and how you have allowed certain things to persist in your life? Is there any conflict that needs special attention at this time that you know that you just cannot afford, either physically, energetically, mentally, spiritually, to carry into 2025? For some of us, it is a physical fight. It's like, I cannot keep arguing about why I will not host the family dinners for the holidays. It's too expensive. And I'm going to have this conversation one last time in 2024 so that you understand never to ask me again to host, right? Or maybe it is a relationship. You just have to say those things to those people. This Q4 of 2024, this last final month, especially before we head into the winter solstice, Leo, is our last hurrah. It's like that final look you take in the mirror before you walk out the house. It is the full-length mirror sitting at your front door before you leave, and you're just reviewing your outfit one more time. Okay, this is me for the night. This is, I think this is what it's gonna be, because I'm not gonna change anymore. I'm not gonna change anymore. And so 2025 is promising that you will change, right? Everything is going to be new, with Uranus moving into a new planet, with the nodes shifting. But, however, the newness will be, how do I say? Whatever you decide to take into 2025 with you is how the newness will affect you. So if you're taking the same old pains, the same old approaches and old habits into the new year with you, then the new curves that are thrown your way are going to rock your world. Where before you may have been a little bit shaken by some things, shaken by conflict, shaken by people leaving or coming and going in your life. Next year, if you don't change the approach and you don't accept and honor where you could have done things differently, or where you should be tending to things differently, when those conflicts arise, when those situations arise that are discomforting, they are going to shake your shit all the way up, Leo, because you haven't decided on what the new version of you will be to properly hold or brace for the impact. Right? Again, with all the outer planets moving into new signs at 0 degree, we really haven't experienced this in our lifetime. Venus and Uranus and Mars all being in new signs all at once. It is us shedding a whole new body, not even just the skin, just getting a whole new body, feeling regenerated, reborn, like in a matrix kind of way. So Leo, for you, there's a lot of fire energy that is further fueling your desire to be a new person, to tap into your courage and your strength, which we know is your thing, right? It is the archetype of Leo. But what we also know about Leo is that sometimes the pride, the ego, the vanity, the arrogance, the desire to be seen or seen in a certain light can be what hinders your growth or sabotages you. So Leo, this is an important moon for you to really look at. Have I given myself the permission to be the best version of myself? Where is my pride getting in my way? And I'm not showing up because I don't want to ask for help, or I don't want a certain person to view me in a certain light. Where's my arrogance getting in the way? Where is my insecurity getting in the way? Because we know the vanity is insecurity turned inside out. So this moon for you, Leo, is especially highlighting the way that you see yourself and how that affects how you show up in the world. The Hangman is showing up here, but let's see what the rest of the messages are. So Spirit, Holy Angels, we thank you for your life, for your patience, for your guidance, for your love. We ask that you share the messages that are relevant at this time for the Leo collective under this new moon in Sagittarius. What are you trying to highlight for the Leo collective? What do they need to know, think about, see differently, or give new life or light to? Ooh. Please keeping in mind that this is a general, right? Sun, moon, rising, Leo, 10th house. Lilith, Chiron, and Leo, you rule the 5th house. So Leo in the 5th house as well is important. Go ahead, brother. Right here. No, it's in your room, actually. The young elder is passing. So yeah, it's a general. The links to all the things that I do will be below. You know how that go. First out, you have 6 of Swords, the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. 5 of Emotions or Cups, the Tower in reverse, Aquarius energy. 3 of Wands in reverse with the 9 of Wands or Inspiration. Yeah. So the first thing that I'm definitely getting for you, Leo, is that a focus for you under this moon might also be around, well, matters of the 5th house, which is your business, which is the house that you rule, right? So this is matters of pleasure or joy, and the communities that create that for you, romance, creative spaces. Careful. I feel like there is most definitely a desire to move on. I'm hearing move and move on. Now, for some of you, Leo, this is about a physical place that you need to move to or move from. Maybe you just moved into a new place and they're talking about how you are mourning and haven't fully settled. The Hermit is here in reverse with the Tower. So there's like, I feel like there's still a shock to your system. If you just moved or just changed jobs, then you're still sitting in this energy like, was this the right decision? 6 of Swords is here, right? You moved from something that was familiar, a family home or a job that you had for a long time. And this is for those who have already done this, right? Who've already made the leap. And you're still, no matter how much time it's been, it's happened at least within the last 6 months, because this moon is opposite Gemini, right? So during Gemini season in June, maybe you started the process, or maybe you made the final decision, okay, I will be moving before the end of this year. And I feel like you're going back and forth. There's a lack of confidence in the decision. Even if the thing has been done, you're sitting in your home, your new home or your new office, and you're like, I don't think that it was right. Or it still doesn't feel like home. I need to do some more nesting. I need to figure out my place in this place. And that there is some grief related to that, right? 5 of Cups is saying, is sitting in an unsettled way. 3 of Wands is here with the 9 of Wands, though, to say, this is definitely a decision that was ordained by your ancestors. If this has not changed or shifted, the fact that you keep thinking about it, though, the fact that you keep mulling it over, should I move, should I stay, is it time to change jobs, should I be looking for a new job, should I stay in this relationship, should I have a kid with this person, maybe I should adopt, should I do IVF? It feels like a very, very serious life decision, one rooted and connected to resources and family, material wealth, generational curses being broken even. If you just moved, maybe you're the first person in a long time, or the first of your parents' children to get their own place, or to move out on their own, or to get a new car. It feels very much like you're breaking a curse here. That's what this tower energy is representative of. But we know that the tower moment is not fun, because you're watching literally all the things that you have built burst into flames and fall into the ocean. But with this 3 of Inspirations here in reverse and this 9 of Wands, 2 things is also showing up for me, Leo. One is that, like I said, this decision, this idea, this inspiration for this thing has been ordained by your ancestors. It didn't just come to you out of nowhere. They told you, it's time to get the fuck up out of here. This is not for you no more. This place is too small. You can't have your family here. This job is not paying you enough. They don't respect you enough. It's time to dip. This relationship could have potential, but you got to put your foot down. Like, whatever the thing is, your ancestors are definitely behind this. But what they're also saying, the other side of that message is, for as much as it is ordained by your ancestors, you have to do the work too, to bring your desires full circle with the assistance of your ancestors. This is not just the ancestor show. Now, granted, again, this is a general, you know who you are, you know what your cuadro is, you know the ancestors or the tribe that walks with you. If you don't, then you should book a mediumship consultation with me. But if you do, you're already familiar. Everybody's journey is different. For some of us, we really don't have much of a say. I'm one of those people. There's certain things that I can manifest, and there's certain things that my ancestors are like, chill, shorty. You already know you ain't getting that. You already know that's not for you. We got something over here that you might like in your size, but that right there is never for you. But for other people, you know, the world is yours. So I feel like there are some of you who need to bring your ancestors on board, on one accord, in a full circle. In your Bovada, you need to have them in a circle. And maybe I said this to you 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Somebody had that message for sure. But if you don't have a Bovada and you don't tend to it, then you need to have some kind of conversation with all of your governing spirits and say, okay, Orisha, Misterio, Grandma Pearl and Grandpa Joe, like whoever you are, if y'all fucks with me, I need to understand what's the path we taking, because I feel like you want me over here, you want me over there. I'm trying to focus on love, and nothing is actually coming to fruition. Nothing is actualizing, because they're saying that the vision here has been distorted. This 3 of Wands is in reverse, and you see they have all these dominoes falling down. It's been a domino effect. Like, once you decide something and you desire something, and so you pray for it, and then you have one ancestor who's at the ready, and they're off to send the raven to get the thing going, and then you have this other ancestor over here who's like, but I actually think that you need to focus on home first. And so they open up a road over here which distracts your vision and your attention, and so now your energy is being diverted into these multiple places and nothing is happening, again because you're exhausted at the thought of having to finalize 1, 2, and 3 opportunities. I see abundance coming to you, Leo, but it's coming with a lot of grief because you feel like you don't know how to manage it. There's also a message here about structural foundation, like you were not taught certain things, how to manage a household, how to properly clean. And this has been coming up for you a lot, Leo, as you move into the new year, because you're like, what the fuck? This is another year that I don't want this. Like, this is one habit I'm for certain I don't want going into the new year. I want to have a clean home at all times. I want to reduce my paper clutter, whatever the case is. And I feel like some of you are ruminating. This is the foundational loss here, this tower and this hermit. That's like, I can't even enjoy my spoils because I can't keep my house clean. I'm the first one to break the curse of getting their own house. But because of that, right, we all lived communally, intergenerationally, and now I have no idea what a realistic cleaning schedule looks like, and my shit is always a mess, and that stresses me out, and I can't enjoy anything. I feel like there's a release of blame and shame also that's happening, which is the beautiful thing. This Five of Cups, yes, it's very emotional, but it is a release of that emotion, right? And sometimes, Leo, you don't cry as much as you need to, so I'm glad to know that some of you are crying. But the thing is that the acknowledgement is rising, the awareness is rising. The guilt, the shame, whatever it is, you're finding a name for it. You're able to say, okay, this is CPTSD. This is complex trauma because y'all fucked me up. Or I see how this thread is connected. It was my mother, my father, my aunt, my whomever that has me in this negative, this wheel, this spinning of negative self-talk. You're finding the pieces, but you're still not doing shit about it. And so this new moon, Leo, is asking you to just review what is the root of some of your fears? What is the root of some of your discontent? What is the root of this grief, this house of chaos that's disabling you from accepting your abundance as your birthright, as something that you deserve and you desire? Because I feel like without finding the root of it all, you're never going to really appreciate all the abundance that you have. And they're saying that if the changes have not begun, they certainly are on their way. And you ruminating about it just will not allow you to sit and indulge in all the hard work you've already done for yourself, my loves. Anything else for Leo? Yeah, look, Muse of Materials. There is a very strong message about like enjoying yourself, but you can't. Death, Scorpio is here. The Hangman, Pisces energy. So you're wow. That's a hard thing to say, but this is literally the image that they're giving me, and I want to give a trigger warning. If it offends anyone, I'm sorry in advance. But what they're expressing to me, Leo, is stillborn energy. With this death and this Hangman in reverse. Even the way that this body is contorted, it's like, I feel like you were so excited to make a decision. You were so excited to do a thing. Yes, I'm finally moving. Yes, I'm finally breaking free from that abusive relationship and I'm standing on my own too. Or yes, I'm finally getting married. I'm not jaded about love anymore. I'm finally here. I've arrived. But I've arrived and there's still more work to do, and that's the energy, right? You were pregnant with this gift, this project, this love, this endeavor, this choice, this option, and you waited, you did the things, you filed the applications, you had the conversations, you actually moved, you actually got up and left, you did whatever it is. For 9 months, right? You housed this idea. And throughout the entire gestation, you were happy for it. And now the thing is here and it feels stillborn. And if that is an actual thing that has taken place for someone, Leo, who is watching this, my apologies and my condolences as well. If someone has suffered a loss to that nature. But there is some emotional cleansing that needs to happen here, some spiritual cleansing that needs to happen here so that your joy can positively take root and that you don't feel bad about it and that you also are not trying to over-explain it and so that you feel comfortable holding it, right? When you want to look at your bank account and say, yes, okay, I know exactly what to do with this amount of money. Not finally be rich and then figure out how to waste it all, how to spend it all, or be afraid to spend it because you don't know when you're gonna get it back. There's a management to abundance that you have to learn now, Leo. So Spirit, give me the final for the collective of Leo. Sure did. Yes, symbiosis, arrival. Look at that said, arrival. This says first house, which Aries rules, right? First house, arrival. But literally, somebody has just bought their first house, or there was the arrival of a first child, and you're not happy about it. Something. Trine, sextile, symbiosis. The coming together, the joining of two somewhat separate, conflicting energies, but creating the arrival or the birth of a thing. Right, you said that. Sensitized, Pisces. Pisces energy is heavy here. So, who am I on? Leo. I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces, but Piscean energy is very much here. Maybe you need to invoke the energy of a Pisces, invoke the vision, the sensitivity of a Pisces, so that you can further investigate and then navigate the root of what's keeping your abundance unlocked, or locked up rather. Happy Taurus energy too. Taurus, cultivate, and Saturn, structure. Look, I literally said structure. I literally said structure. So Capricorn energy is here, Saturn energy, Taurus, a lot of earth energy. So if you are a Leo with heavy earth placements, this may be doubly important for you. If you are a Leo with heavy Piscean placements, Scorpio is also here. Aquarius is also here. Virgo is also here. This may be especially pertinent for you. I love you, Leo. I hope that was helpful for someone. If it was, please do like, comment, share, subscribe. The 100th subscriber is going to comment 100 on any video. And I'm going to know because I get notifications. And then you, my dear, will get a free Spirit Speaks Tarot reading from me. We're trying to grow this community here. So if you think that there's someone who would benefit from this channel, who may like the vibes that I'm putting down, please do let them know where they can find me. Everything that I do will be found below, including the 2025 year ahead readings. Okay. I may have mentioned already, early bird discount closes today. And the Botanica is on sale, half off. We're shutting down shop. And you're going to see me in person doing some lovely things. And I hope you have an amazing rest of Sagittarius season, an amazing December, an amazing new week, an amazing Sagittarius new moon. And you take care of yourself, Leo, please. It's a lot going on outside, okay? Take it slow. I love you. Peace.